Hello everyone, welcome to the live class. How are you? Today we're going to read a story about a detective whose daughter gets kidnapped by his arch enemy. Are you ready for the story? We also have some comprehension questions to see if you understand. So, participate if you want in the live class. Let's see if you can answer the questions. We'll start with part 1, the routine. Detective Jack Turner was a seasoned investigator with a reputation for solving the toughest cases in the city. His gruff exterior hid a heart of gold, especially when it came to his only daughter, Emma. Their bond had grown stronger over the years, a result of shared laughter, tears, and the occasional clash of wills. Emma, a spirited teenager with a love for adventure, had a way of bringing out the softer side of her father. Despite his tough job, Jack always made time for her. They had a routine of Sunday morning breakfasts at a little diner on the corner where they would discuss everything from school to future aspirations. Here is the first question to test your comprehension. What was the routine that Jack and Emma shared on Sundays, and where did they usually go? Can you answer that in the comments? Let's see if we can find the answer in the paragraphs. What was the routine that they had on Sundays? Well, it says here that they had a routine of Sunday morning breakfasts. And where did they usually go? They usually went to a little diner on the corner. And what did they do there? They would discuss everything from school to future aspirations. So, can you answer that question in your own words in the comments? Please let me know. Question number 2. How would you describe Jack's relationship with his daughter Emma? How would you describe their relationship? Let's see. Well, it says here in the first paragraph that their bond had grown stronger over the years. They shared laughter, tears, and sometimes they wouldn't always agree, right? It says they shared the occasional clash of wills. So, overall, I would say that their relationship was pretty close. I would say that their relationship was pretty good. They seemed to really care about each other, especially knowing that they shared a regular routine on Sundays to have breakfast. I mean, that's a very healthy thing to have in a relationship, wouldn't you say? Let's move on to part 2, the chilling call. One sunny Sunday, after their usual breakfast, Jack and Emma parted ways. Little did they know this would be the last normal day they'd share for a while. As Jack delved into a new case involving a string of art thefts, a case that had captivated the city, he discovered a dark underbelly of crime led by a mysterious figure known only as the Maestro. The Maestro had eluded law enforcement for years, leaving a trail of stolen masterpieces in his wake. Jack, determined to bring the Maestro to justice, threw himself into the investigation. His flaws and weaknesses became evident. An obsessive nature that bordered on the unhealthy. He often sacrificed his personal life for the sake of justice, leaving Emma feeling neglected at times. What was the new case Jack was investigating, and who was the elusive figure behind the art thefts? Can you answer this comprehension question in your own words in the comments? Let's see if we can find the answer together. So what was the new case Jack was investigating? Well, it says that this case involved a string of art thefts. So somebody was stealing art, not just once or twice, but many times. It was a string of them. It happened many times. So this was the case that he was investigating. But who was the elusive figure behind the art thefts? Oh, we have a comment from Nitin's Life. Hello, welcome to the live stream. He says, or she says, I don't know what gender you are. Good evening, Jim. I am from India. It's 6:30 in the morning here. I'm watching your live session. It's so good to have you here. Very, very nice to meet you. So, let's see if we can answer this comprehension question. How did Jack's dedication to his work impact his relationship with his daughter, Emma? What's the answer? Well, it says here that he had a weakness, okay? He had an obsessive nature, and it bordered on the unhealthy. So he was so focused on this investigation now, it was so unhealthy. And what happened as a result? Well, it says that he neglected his daughter Emma because of this investigation. He sacrificed his personal life for this investigation to find the criminal that was stealing the art. So that's how his relationship with his daughter was impacted. Part 3, tensions with Chief Rodriguez. One evening, as Jack was closing in on the maestro, the criminal, he received a chilling call. A distorted voice on the other end informed him that Emma had been kidnapped. The detective's blood ran cold as the voice continued, revealing details only his archenemy would know. Panicked and desperate, Jack retraced his steps, searching for any clues that might lead him to Emma. His obsession with the case had put his own daughter in danger, and guilt weighed heavily on his shoulders. In his pursuit of answers, Jack crossed paths with Chief Rodriguez in a no-nonsense leader who respected Jack's abilities but questioned his methods. Their conversations were succinct, filled with the tension of a working relationship tested by personal stakes. So, we have a very exciting and suspenseful twist in the story, right? This event that happened in the story is very exciting. What did the distorted voice reveal to Jack in the chilling call? What would you say? How would you answer this question? What did the distorted voice say to Jack? Well, here in the paragraphs, we learn that the phone call revealed that his daughter Emma had been kidnapped. This really made the detective scared, right? It says his blood ran cold. Okay, and it says that the detective Jack became panicked and desperate. So, that is the answer to the first question here. What about the next question? How would you describe the relationship between Jack and Chief Rodriguez? How is their relationship? Can you find the answer in the paragraphs? It says here that Chief Rodriguez is a no-nonsense leader. Chief Rodriguez respects Jack's abilities, but he questions Jack's methods, the way that he gets the job done. It says that their conversations are succinct, like very to the point. They only talk about work, not really about anything else. And even when they talk, it's like very tense. It says that there's a tension of a working relationship. It's like they don't really have any other relationship other than their work. And so because of that, their conversations are very short and to the point. So I would say that their relationship together is not really close. They probably don't really like each other that much. They just have to work together, so they put up with each other, maybe. They probably don't agree on many things because it looks like their way of thinking is very different, right? Chief Rodriguez questions the detective Jack's methods, so they don't really agree very much, probably. Part 4, the unveiling of the maestro's identity. Now we're going to find out who is the kidnapper and what will happen. The investigation led Jack to the criminal underbelly of the city, where he confronted shady characters and threatened them for information. Each encounter brought him one step closer to finding Emma, but the answers remained elusive. Finally, after a series of intense confrontations, Jack discovered the shocking truth. The maestro was none other than his best friend, Michael Bennett. The revelation hit him like a gut punch, shattering the trust he had placed in Michael. Wow, isn't that interesting? Isn't that shocking? The maestro, the criminal that led a string of art robberies, and also the one that kidnapped his daughter. This is actually his best friend, Michael Bennett. Why would Michael do this? Well, we have some questions for comprehension. Who did Jack discover was the maestro? And how did this revelation impact him? Well, the paragraphs say that the maestro is Michael Bennett, Jack's best friend. And how did this affect Jack? How did this impact him? Well, it says here that it was shocking. It says the revelation hit him like a gut punch. And it shattered, it destroyed the trust that he had placed in his best friend, Michael. Could you answer these questions in your own words in the comments to see if you really understand and comprehend the words in the story? Let us know, please, in the comments. Part 5, confrontation and betrayal. Confronting Michael in a dimly lit warehouse, Jack demanded an explanation. The dialogue between the two friends was filled with raw emotion and betrayal. Why, Michael? Why, Emma? Jack's voice trembled with a mixture of anger and despair. Michael, his eyes filled with anger, revealed a motive that stunned Jack. He believed Jack had played a part in the death of his younger sister, Sarah, years ago. Unbeknownst to them both, it was Chief Rodriguez, corrupted and fearing exposure, who had orchestrated Sarah's death to protect his secrets. Where did Jack meet Michael? Well, it says here that Jack met Michael in a dimly lit warehouse. Next question. What motive did Michael reveal for kidnapping Emma? And who was truly responsible for the death of Michael's sister, Sarah? So first part, what motive did Michael have for kidnapping Jack's daughter, Emma? Well, the paragraph says that Michael believed Jack had played a part in the death of his younger sister, Sarah. So the reason Michael kidnapped Jack's daughter was because Michael thought that Jack killed his younger sister, Sarah. Or at least he played a part in the killing of his younger sister. But is that really what happened? The question asks, who was truly responsible for the death of Sarah? Do you know the answer? Can you tell us in the comments? Okay, so the paragraph says that it was Chief Rodriguez who had orchestrated Sarah's death. Why? Why did Chief Rodriguez have Sarah killed? Well, it was because Chief Rodriguez is corrupt, and he was afraid that Sarah would tell everybody his secrets. So that's why he had her killed, so that his secrets would not be revealed. So, part 6. Are you ready to see what happens? It says, the rescue and broken bonds. The revelation left Jack torn between conflicting emotions. The love for his daughter and the disbelief that his closest friend could be driven to such depths by a misunderstanding. In a heart-wrenching moment, Jack managed to free Emma from captivity. The rescue, however, did little to mend the shattered pieces of their lives. The trust between father and friend was irreparably damaged. So, what happened? Let's answer the questions. Oh, we have a comment from Nitin's Life. He says, I am here first time on your live class. Do you do live class daily? If you do, I would be here daily. Thank you so much. I don't do live classes daily, but perhaps every other day, like maybe every 2 days or 3 days or so. Please feel free to look at my other live classes. You can watch them and learn a lot, learn many words and phrases. Thank you so much for joining. It's a pleasure to have you here, Nitin. Okay, so the question, despite rescuing Emma, why was Jack still torn emotionally? And what was the state of the relationship between Jack and Michael after the rescue? Well, it says in the story that, well, Jack was still hurt emotionally because his best friend betrayed him. And he couldn't believe that his best friend would do such a horrible thing, kidnapping his daughter. So the relationship between them was shattered. It was destroyed. It was damaged irreparably. That means it cannot be repaired. Okay, part 7, unraveling the corruption. So how are they going to expose Chief Rodriguez? Let's see what happens. As the city grappled with the aftermath, Jack struggled to rebuild his relationship with Emma. The wounds ran deep and the scars of betrayal lingered, a constant reminder of the thin line between heroism and tragedy in the gritty world he navigated. The final chapters of their story saw Jack and Michael joining forces to expose Chief Rodriguez's corruption. The climax unfolded as a gritty and poignant exploration of the complexities within the pursuit of justice, where the lines between right and wrong blurred, and the true enemies were often those hiding in plain sight. So, what did Jack and Michael decide to do in the final chapters? And what did the climax of the story reveal about the pursuit of justice? So firstly, what did Jack and Michael decide to do? Well, it says here that Jack and Michael decided to work together to expose the corruption of Chief Rodriguez. Maybe Jack and Michael's friendship could never be restored, but they both wanted to expose this bad man, Chief Rodriguez. If Chief Rodriguez is so corrupt and so bad that he even murdered Sarah, he definitely should not be chief of police, right? He should be behind bars. So they worked together to expose him. Okay, so it also asks in the question, what did the climax of the story reveal about the pursuit of justice? What do we learn about the pursuit of justice from this story? Well, it says here that in the pursuit of justice, the lines between right and wrong blurred, or they blur. So sometimes when you try to find justice, it can be difficult to understand exactly what is right and what is wrong. Sometimes it's difficult. Like, for example, Michael, right, the kidnapper, he wanted justice, right? Because his sister was murdered, right? So he wanted to find justice for his sister. How did he go about finding justice? He kidnapped Jack's daughter. So he wanted to do what was right, but he did something wrong to do what was right. So that's why it says the lines between right and wrong get a little blurry, right? Do you think that is the case? Do you think that's true? When you want to find justice, sometimes it's difficult to know what is right and what is wrong. Let me know in the comments. Also, the pursuit of justice revealed that true enemies are often those hiding in plain sight. Who was the enemy that was hiding in plain sight? It was Chief Rodriguez. I mean, Jack probably saw Chief Rodriguez every day when he went to the office, right? But little did Jack know, unbeknownst to Jack, Chief Rodriguez was the bad guy. Or at least he was one of the bad guys. So that's why the story is saying that in the pursuit of justice, sometimes the enemies are right there in front of you, but you don't know it. You don't see it clearly yet. Well, these are all of the comprehension questions about this wonderful detective story about the kidnapping of the detective Jack Turner. What do you think about this story that we just discussed? Please tell me your thoughts in the comments and let me know if you want to see more stories like this one. I hope that this story helped you to practice your English a bit and learn new words and phrases. Please try to use these words and phrases in your daily life. If you have any questions, you can ask me always, at any time. Send me a message and I will try to help you to find the answer to your question about the English language. Thank you so much for joining the class, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a good day or a good evening.